We're back in Vaygrim's Chance, and this time we need to do some building. Cue the opening music. As this build progresses, you'll progressively notice more and more flashing in the background objects. Unfortunately, this has become a side effect of using Cam Studio, a mod that I use for these time lapses. It allows easy filming of time lapses from one account. The side effect is that it doesn't handle rendering very well unless you're 10 feet or less away, and if you do that, you can't get a very good perspective of a large build. So I tried several different takes using Cam Studio to try and correct this flickering problem, and it just doesn't go away. Unfortunately, Cam Studio, the mod, is no longer being developed. Here's a camera change you'll notice. And even now, parts of the platform I'm on, it's so much closer than the previous shot, but parts of the platform I'm on start flickering out. And all of the stuff in the background. You can do nothing about this, basically, and there's nothing you can prevent it from making stuff look ugly. Which is real sad, unfortunately, because Cam Studio is an invaluable mod, but since it's not being developed or updated anymore, I think I'm going to have to get rid of it. So, after one more valiant attempt to try and find a good camera angle, which is coming up here in just a second, I switched to a different tactic. Here's the third shot, and you'll see the platform I'm working on is still disappearing and reappearing, and the background is still oscillating and vibrating. Unfortunately, even when the sphere blocks aren't present, even when they're not blocking something, it still happens. Just rendering normal overworld, I still get this flickering, and there's nothing I can seem to do about it. So this is probably the last time you're going to see Cam Studio get used, but never fear. I have another tactic that I decided to switch to. So it's on this occasion that I want to welcome Vaygrim Cam to the family. Welcome, Cambot. We're going to get a lot of use out of you today. Okay. So I've been making some progress. Now, you'll notice that I've left this hole open here in the middle. There is going to be a walled off section straight up around this perimeter. I might widen this out a little bit more, widen this hole out a little bit more. But this is going to be there's going to be a hole right here. This platform stays, and there'll be an elevator here probably. And there might be another platform just like it right here with an elevator about 20 blocks up. I think that's the max range I'm going to set to right now. 20 blocks. I think that's it. Option number 2. I find something like a slipstream generator, or maybe actually get the block from Thaumcraft. That's only up, though, unfortunately. I would have to get one on the top that pointed down. But for now, it's going to stay open. That's going to be a little jump platform to get up, and there's going to be a connected wall, kind of a tube that connects the bottom sphere with the top sphere. I started putting tons of torches all the way around until I finally broke down and made a second magnum torch to put up here, because this area is just above. I think the top of the sphere just barely covers the magnum, is barely covered by the lower magnum torch. So we're doubling up now. We've got 2 of these things, because I was getting monsters that were spawning just above this level right here. Anything up, if it was a dark spot, I was getting critters on it. So now I can go back to building and not have to worry about it. I'm thinking, I think I went 1 or 2 levels up on the other one, but I'm thinking about cutting off this one right here and doming in the rest of it with glass, having the lip slightly lower. I kind of like that idea about it. So it'll be a little bit different from the one below it. This one's also a little bigger. If you'll notice, I'm going to back up right here. And you can already see there's a big difference. That one cuts off literally at the halfway mark, which would be somewhere right about there. That's about another 5 or 6 rows up. I think I'm going to leave this one shallower so it looks more, I don't want to say ostentatious or grandiose, but ostentatious and grandiose. One thing that you'll notice real quick that's different about me is that I'm no longer using the jewelry from Mariculture to fly. I no longer use the Superman enchant. I think that thing destroyed itself anyway, but that is no longer what I'm using to fly. Instead, now I have an armored jetpack from Simply Jetpacks by Tonius. I really do love this mod. It's great. It's nice. It's easy. I need to upgrade this thing anyway. But you'll notice it's not just a redstone jetpack. It's an armored redstone jetpack. Now, basically, what you can do... Let me pull this up. Leadstone jetpack, right? This one only has about 25,000 RF. That's not a lot of flight time. And it's got a real rapid decay, hover decay. So even if you have it in hover mode, you will sink very quickly. Hardened, that's the next step up. And then there is redstone, right? Well, there's now iron plates. EMC value. There's Tinker's alloy or bronze plates. You actually use... Let's see, these are pretty easy to make. Iron plates are basically, what's the recipe for these? Yeah, it's basically a cross, a plus symbol of iron ingots with 10 in the corners. That's it. And then what you do is you get 10 bronze or Tinker's alloy ingots and put them in an induction smelter with the armor plating, the iron armor plating. That upgrades it to bronze or Tinker's alloy armor plating. You do the same thing with that armor plating and 10 Invar to make Invar armor plating. And basically, the iron armor plating is for the leadstone. Tinker's is for the hardened. Invar is for the redstone jetpack. So that means in order for us to actually armor a resonant jetpack, we actually have to make Enderium armor plating. It's not real horrible, but we do have to make Enderium ingots. Pyrotheum dust. Oh, God. Tin powder. Let's see. Pulverized tin and shiny metal and a bucket of ender. I think we actually have a plethora of ender pearls, and it's worth the effort of making some Enderium dust and Pyrotheum dust, I think. But we'll get to that in just a second. I do want to actually upgrade this on camera. So what you do is you have this on both on the hotbar. You sneak right click, and you see you get that little icon right there that looks like an armored chest piece. So now you'll notice I have one armor thing missing down here, and it fills up. So what I can do is I can take all this off. You'll see 3.5 armor platings. That's pretty good. Armor rating, I mean. That's pretty good. I really do like that. I think that's actually a nice option. What I want to do now, though, is get that upgraded because I want a resonant jetpack. 10 million RF of flight time, and it's got a better armor rating. Now, here's the thing most people don't know. These things can be enchanted. I don't know if that's a bug or if that's intended, but I was able to enchant mine quite easily with some books. Now, one thing I've been doing in the meantime, guys, is... Whoop, there we go. Hover disabled. Thank you. We made this last episode, and it has served me well already. But here's the weird thing, right? You cannot just put in all the parts and then request an encoded pattern. You cannot just request a resonant jetpack, redstone jetpack, because when it makes, where are they? These things, flux capacitors. See, the recipe says flux capacitor, and it's got a damage value. You notice that little 20261:2, just to the right of the name. Well, when you make them, they have a 202 ID of 1. So basically what you have to do is make this and then put the one that is made into the pattern, and then it will actually work because it'll take any charge level of this flux capacitor, but the item damage value has to be exactly the same for the MAC, the molecular assembler chamber, to actually use it. So you have to make all of these parts like this. You have to make, then put it in the chip recipe, then request the jetpack. So you really cannot automate making these jetpacks, which is a shame, but that's kind of a failing on Applied Energistics part. That's not a failing on simply jetpacks part in any way. But I've been adding lots and lots of recipes to this thing, as you can see, and I still have one blank pattern. Need to make some more. I'm starting to run low on glowstone as well as gold. I'm going to have to really either ramp up my magical crops, or possibility number 2 is go on another mining trip. I have this right here. I went into the Nether, a new part of the Nether, new world terrain, and I'll explain that in a minute. I went and got some seeds initially from around the world for magical crops. This is just new world gen in the overworld. I then went and made some, went into the Nether and found some new essence dust. That's the only place you can get this essence dust for magical crops, the magical crops. And I made some dye seeds. I have one. And these things don't grow on origin grass, unfortunately. So I can't put it over there. I'm going to have to think of someplace else. You know what I'm going to do? I'm just going to get it. And do I have... I got some water around here somewhere, right? Oh, I do, downstairs. Hang on a sec. There we go. Bucket of water. Okay, we can put that back. Bust out my... I'm just going to plant this here so we can actually get it growing in the meantime. So we can get a head start, because these things have like a only like a 15 or 20% chance to give an extra seed, which means I might have to go through several incarnations of this in order to actually see any real... Let's do that. Yeah. Good enough for government work. Okay. Yeah, I want to actually... I'm going to have to get a lot of resonant ender for other purposes. Or Enderium ingots, I'm sorry. 10. What do we need to make an Enderium ingot? You gotta remind me. Shiny, okay. Wow, I do not have that many of those. But that makes even numbers. We can put that back. Ender pearls. I'm just going to grab a couple of stacks of those. I don't know what's going on there. So, first thing we're going to want to do... Oh, right. Because I'm not paying attention. We're going to grind those up. I'm going to sleep real quick. I tell you what, it's been nighttime for a few minutes. Let's head upstairs. I really like having the jetpack now. While I do like some of the enchants from the enchanting system, yeah, there's no mobs up here, so I think that the Magnum Torch is doing its job just nicely. I like having the enchants from Mariculture. Some of them are kind of nice, but honestly, the Superman enchant always felt kind of cheaty to me. And I don't like the controls of the Mekanism jetpack because it has one key to go between hover and flight and off, and I think that's kind of bad. This one, if you notice, there is a F key for me, F for Frank, turns the jetpack on and off, and then I've got another key for hover mode, and I like that a lot better. That is more my speed. Yeah. While that's going on... Oh, I need buckets. Who's got the buckets? Oh, yeah, I've got... It's one thing I hate. There is no way to dump this unless I've got a tank somewhere. And I know a real quick way to get me an empty tank. If you break a tank instead of... See? 120? Whoops. Wow, I just blew a hole in the floor. Hang on a sec. Hold it. Stone. Where's my smooth stone? There it is. I really need to swap out this stone. This has always been temporary building material for me, and I need to come up with something nicer. I think I might go get a whole bunch of white quarried stone from in the world. That might be a real nice addition. When you break these tanks with a pickaxe, instead of picking it up with a wrench, it wipes out the actual contents, which is a fast and dirty way to reset them. And, yeah. Put those up there. This is done. Let's do those. We're going to need a lot of this stuff, I think. So, I am going to get the rest of these parts together and make some Enderium blend. I'll be right back with you, okay? Okay. So, I need more. Basically, that's what I've been doing right there. I need some more ender pearls. Making progress. I already have ender pearls. Thank you. Why am I getting half stacks? It's beyond bizarre. It's like one stack that wants to get out. So I already have some of this in here. What you have to do is make pyrotheum dust, which is basically sulfur, coal, redstone, and blaze powder. Makes you 2 pyrotheum. Each one of this pattern gets you 4 Enderium blend. So what I need to do basically is make some Enderium blend, some pyrotheum dust, put it in an induction smelter, and you get an Enderium ingot. So I'm going to have a really good stock of these things. This is where I go through and get some more buckets of this stuff. Let's see. Yeah, see? That's what I've been doing. Last one going through right there. I'm actually going to go ahead and empty that one so that I'm gonna have to make another one of these, but what can you say? You all done? You're all done. I think that's gonna be enough. It should be enough, yeah. Thing only holds 10,000. There we go. So now we've got a little bit of spare. We've got some more dust, and I think I'm going to need some more sulfur because I can see that I'm running out real quick. It uses 2 of these for every one of those, I think. A little fuzzy on the details. Okay. I'm going to go find some more sulfur. I think I've got some somewhere. And see what kind of trouble I can cause with it. Be right back. Okay, you just, I love that, shift, right click, pops the armor on and off. So what I have to do with this thing, first thing I'm going to have to make, oh gosh, I want capacitor, make me one of those. How hard is that? Yeah, see, it doesn't recognize the lower level ones. Out of sulfur too. You know what? I think it's time to make a quick trip to the Nether. Let's put that back on. Oh, wait a minute. I think I finally made, or I was gonna make, that goes to the Nether. There we go. The book next to it goes to the end, if I remember right. I can't remember for sure, though. Oh, no, Twilight Forest. The portal goes to the end. This is a little room that I made, so my book doesn't get destroyed by gas. There's the old portal. You know what I need? My handy-dandy. Let's put that in normal. For some reason, it was in fast mode. Let's head off straight south to see what we can see. Whoa, there's some glowstone. Whoa, where is it? There you are. Hang glider is still one of the best ways to get around by far and away. Let's see. Now, funnily enough, I think when I upgraded nether ores by power crystals, at some point I think a whole bunch of extra stuff got turned on by accident. And the result is that I actually now have nickelite ore. that I can actually get in the Nether. It has no use. I cannot smelt the block or anything. I'll just jetpack over that little lava pool. 10. I'm looking. I know I saw some sulfur in here somewhere. Where did I see you? Woo! There we go. Okay, I'm going to go back on the hunt for sulfur. This is going to be boring for you guys when I find some and come back. Oh, wait a minute. Sulfur! Whoops, lava. Let's see if we can stem that flow of lava. There's some, and I think, yeah, there's some right here. This stuff usually spawns near lava and is usually not hard to find in the Nether. In the overworld, it can be kind of hard because you got to go underground for it. Okay, I found the sulfur I was looking for. Oh, I hate those plants. Oh, wait a minute. Somewhere around here, there is a hole. But I'm just going to do it this way. Greatest combination. Jetpack and a hang glider. Works great. I love it. Really minimizes a lot of hassle. Even in the Nether. Geronimo. Oh, hush. I'm not going to mess with you today, Mr. Gast. I don't feel like it. I'm on a mission. I'm on a mission from God. Yeah. Anyway, so apparently I turned on a whole bunch of extra ore that I really shouldn't have, and I can mine Nikolite now. For you, those of you that don't know Nikolite, you never experienced the wonder that is red power. I have an ore that I can't use now. It's kind of funny. Makes me kind of nostalgic for the old days. Not very nostalgic, though. I'll tell you that much. No. Just gonna dump all of this. And a pearl dust. Okay. Smelting resonant pulverizer. Wow. No sag mill. Alas. Let's turn all of these off. And get us the sulfur we've been craving. This will give us a heck of a lot of sulfur, though. Okay, so now, put that in there. Oh, it made it. Hey, okay. What the heck were we doing? We were upgrading my jetpack. That's right. Take the armor plating off. One thing I'm going to have to do. Got a little bit left over. I knew I would, though. Got to do that and that. Make some Enderium plates. That's taken care of. I really hope I have enough Enderium for this. Not simply jetpacks. Okay. So now what I gotta do is make one of those. What am I missing? Oh yeah. And some pyrotheum dust. Of course. Let's... Nope. 2 of those. 1 of those. basically now is the fun part where you have to make all the 2, 3, 4 fiddling parts. I've got to make 2 thrusters, 2 sets of dynamos for each thruster, so that's 4 thrusters total. I mean, that's 4 dynamos total. Yeah, there we go. Electrum gear, 2 of those. Do I really not have any redstone energy conduit? Yeah, okay. I thought I had some there. Weird. So we do this. Nope. What is that? That's right, forgot. More Enderium, which I think means now. See, it doesn't recognize these things in the recipes. Now, all of my... you know what? I'm going to cheat. Kinda. You can actually remove stuff and get a percentage of your experience back. It's pretty high. It's like 80%, but still. If I do that, take that out. Yeah. Now we can go over here. Biggest thing I want on it is protection. I put thorns on it. That was pretty good. I think that, yeah, you see it doesn't go as far. But that's fine. That's a good start. And now we're going to charge this bad boy. Which is going to take, I think, 3 forevers. I'm not sure. I don't know if unbreaking does anything. I was hoping it would make it use less power. I don't think it does, though. Yeah. Did I... You know what? I'm curious. Hang on a sec. Can't remember if I did this or not. No, I didn't. I thought I put a charging station down there to get more direct power straight off the actual generator. Reactor, but I don't think that's a thing anymore. So now we have what is going to be our long-term form of light. Between this and the hang glider, I think we're going to be real set. Real well. I'm going to ditch this thing. Where'd I put my trash can? There. No. Where's the trash? There's the trash can. Blends into the damn wall. So. Saying this thing's just about a half, maybe 2/3. Yeah. It's really nice. He puts really good instructions on these things. Use while sneaking to remove armor. You can use while sneaking to apply armor on the basic ones. I think it shows it right here. Yeah. Use while sneaking to apply. And it even says requires Enderium armor plating. There you go, right there. That's everything. I think he did a really good job on that. He's done a really good job, Tonius has, on explaining and putting a lot of detail. I like the shift to expand, so you don't always have a huge tooltip. That's real nice. Again, I don't know if he intended for these things to be enchantable or not. I know Thorns works, and I know Protection works. But I don't think I don't think Unbreaking does anything, to be honest. But I did test out Thorns. I took off all my other armor and just had an armored jetpack on with Thorns, and mobs were taking damage. So I know that works. Yeah. Wow. This is going to have a lot of flight power. Okay, so basically what I'm thinking, we can't go up there now because our jetpack's being powered, but I'm thinking that I'm going to start glassing that off between this episode and next. I am kind of, as I said during the voiceover part for the video, for the time lapse, I'm kind of disappointed. Camera Studio has been behaving less and less, and it's hard to use it in such mods, with such mods as Morph in the mod pack. So I can't use it in the Yogscast Complete pack. And there's another mod that conflicts with it in the Resonant Rise mod pack. So most of the time, I can't use Camera Studio anymore, which is a real jip, and I would really love to. You can plot out movement points, and it makes it real easy to do smooth movement on camera patterns. I've seen Minima, which is a real great one, but Minima only does slowing down at the CPU to make sure that the camera movement is smooth. It does nothing about actual movement. You don't plot out movement with it. It does not record, and I don't need it to record, but it's still the fact that the movement part of Camera Studio is so useful. But it's getting to where now I've got chunks and buildings and stuff disappearing and reappearing when I try and use Camera Studio. It's just not worth it anymore. So yeah, it's a pain in the butt. Let me see if I've got, yes, there we go. Jetpack energy 100%. Even looks snappy too. Now, whoa, that's fast. Yep. Ascension speed is a lot quicker, and if you notice, that is way slower for hover decay, but there still is some, and I think that's a good balance point. It's not just creative mode flight. So, creative mode flight is nice, but I have to admit, I do think the hover decay concept is a better way to balance it than just raw fuel usage. So, I think I'm going to call this episode here for now. I think this is going to be a really good stopping point. We've got a new fancy schmancy jetpack that we've used and upgraded. And, yeah. Now, I have slow fall on something. God, this armor is just busted. So overpowered. Slow fall 1, there we go. All this armor is really overpowered because of the Enchanting Plus mod. Lets you pick and choose. And you can put a lot of double up things on something you're not supposed to. Like, I have armor that's got blast protection and magic resistance. I'm not sure I'm supposed to be able to do that. Never Hungry. Technically, I'm not supposed to be able to put that on armor. I'm only supposed to be able to put that on jewelry from Mariculture. Same thing for Leapfrog and Sonic the Hedgehog there. So that one doesn't even work anymore. You know what? I'm just going to pull. I'm going to pull that off. Let's see. Ascension boost, yes, and slow fall, yes. Yeah, I have slow fall 1. That's not supposed to be possible. Oh, that's not supposed to be possible. Doesn't even work anymore. And, nah, I'm gonna stay with haste 2. Those look good. Haste 3 is a little too quick for me. Can make video kind of blurry at times. I am going to call the episode here. Thank you very much for joining me in another episode of Vaygrim's Chance. My name is Vaygrim, and as always, I appreciate it when you spend your time swinging by to watch my videos. Thank you very much. Have a great day. Bye-bye.
you.